She chose to control her life, like a movie's heroine, turning back stylishly to her room, lying down, and contemplating the doctor's words as if at a life choice event. She pondered, chase Duojiang 20 emotes really letter 4 BBC Sedilla, ignore all risks for sweet moments, or slip away to give each other space. A life multiple choice. She decided to wait a few days before looking for Duojiang, avoiding the awkward just leave situation so as not to hurt her. Getting a little upset is okay. She spoke to the prepared meal, saying to herself, I'm really taking good care of my little guest. Before long, they reunited in Tokyo, marveling at the city's changes, as if she had gotten a new script. Duojiang chuckled. I've been living like I'm in a rerun of an old film, thinking places are more or less the same, but life tells me this is also when she shared the dramatic changes Tokyo had undergone over the past 20 years, a real-time travel full of stories. She thought she could rise amidst the turmoil, but eventually realized she had never really lived. They strolled into the park only to find it was already conquered by the youth, as if they had walked into a lively party. Finally, they returned to Duojiang's, enjoying home-cooked meals, and life told her, it's your 56th birthday. Being able to share a drink with someone she adored made Duojiang especially happy. They chatted like long-lost schoolmates, enjoying themselves immensely. At that moment, they were just two ordinary people, like internet celebrities sharing their life stories. Suddenly, it poured outside. Life had called for a little concert. As they flipped through Duojiang's books discussing the mysteries they savored the many facets of life within the books, almost like tasting a flavorful bean that leaves a lasting aftertaste. The stories from the books filled them with longing, as if they were teleported to another time and space, chatting into the deep night. But life didn't seem satisfied. The man actually dragged a blanket and headed straight to Duojiang's bed. The woman curled tightly in the blanket like a little animal, her heart racing like thunder, relieved that he just lay quietly beside her. He had no other intentions. He simply wanted to be a bit closer to her, like two planets in conversation. Soon, they jetted off to Kyoto, where the classical elegance felt like a dance party through time. As they discussed classical Japanese poetry, they admired the beautiful scenery, as if they were traversing through a historical dreamscape. Each maple leaf resembled the microcosm of life, narrating twists and turns, as if enacting a grand drama of their lives. A multitude of leaves served as romantic messengers, underscoring memories as if life's palette sang in harmony. The sun set, and red leaves blended together, resembling a flowing oil painting, brimming with anticipation, and faced with such beauty, Duojiang exclaimed, if only I could live like this every day, that would be amazing. Life humorously replied, when I retire, it'll build a little hut here, and we can live like poets. But Duojiang merely smiled. She treasured the moment of appreciating beauty with life. Just like an ancient poem says, when it's time to enjoy, don't waste it. At this moment, having someone beside her while enjoying the scenery was already enough. Later that night, Life took Duojiang to meet friends. During the brief absence of Life, Duojiang asked her friend for insights on her relationship with Life. She curiously wanted to know if it could have a happy ending. However, her friend just smiled mysteriously. The friend told her that for true feelings, every phase holds its significance and gains. This is the most wonderful thing in one's life. Emotions cannot be held back. After listening to her friend's words, Duojiang felt much relieved. When Life came back, the dinner was nearing its end. He suddenly turned serious and told his friend, Duojiang, I'm counting on. At first glance, it sounded like a casual request, but later Duojiang deeply felt the weight of those words. Hoping to finish work soon, Life toiled day and night, yearning for a leisurely retirement with Duojiang. Unfortunately, he finally collapsed and called home to assure his family not to worry too much. He then dialed Duojiang's number with hope that she would visit him in the hospital. He even reminded her to bring along the senior sister from the West, only to run into his wife at the hospital unexpectedly. Maybe another man would have found all sorts of excuses, but he didn't, and it left Duojiang feeling super awkward. He hurriedly said, sorry, and left. After that, Duojiang felt blue. She threw herself into work to numb herself, trying to cast away all emotions. However, when Life reappeared on New Year's Eve, all her restraint crumbled instantly. She used to buy only one fish. Today, she couldn't help but grab two as if it were a big deal. Life enthusiastically helped to fix things at Duojiang's home, muttering, this way, It won't leak next time. Duojiang suddenly realized it was New Year's Eve, and life should be celebrating with family. But he didn't think so. He felt it was time to live for himself. He kept looking for topics to divert Duojiang's dissatisfaction. Left with no choice, Duojiang silently began to write New Year cards, burying herself in work. Life energetically scribbled little poems nearby. Seeing her curiously leaning, it turned out he was copying verses from the West. If you enjoyed this humorous version, make sure to like and subscribe.